I have created the best offensive build in NBA 2K23. This build gets every single dunk in the game, and it's only 6'4". This build is like a playmaking shot created from years past, but it can dunk like Zion. It can get every single dribble move in the game. This build can also shoot from the parking lot. This build is called Savage. What's up, guys? It's a little back on the video. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys the best build in NBA 2K23. The day is finally here. We have a new build, ladies and gentlemen. And for this video, I'm going to be doing it on next gen. If you guys don't know, there's two different versions of 2K. There's the one on the Xbox Series X and S and PS5, and then there's the older version if you have the older consoles. But don't worry, you can make this build on both consoles. Yes, I have looked into it, and although I made it on next gen, this build also goes crazy on current gen. If you want the new best build in the game, a build that no one has, if you want a height that everyone has disregarded in 2K23, if you want the most unique build in NBA 2K23, then you've came to the right place. I've been plugging you guys with build videos for years, and this one's gonna be no different. A lot of you guys drop tons of VC testing out new builds, and a lot of you guys end up wasting your VC, but lucky for you guys, I've been in the 2K MyPlayer builder for literally days trying to work in this new build, and I have finally got it. Today, I'm gonna show you guys how to make Savage, the best build in NBA 2K23. Now, if you guys are new, make sure to sub to the channel. We're on the road to 700,000 subscribers, and turn on my post notifications so you guys don't miss a stream or upload. I've been going crazy on my second channel, Solo 2.0, so if you like sports, check out that channel. The link will be in the description. If you guys do play current gen and you guys want me to drop a current gen video on this build, although it's basically the same, drop a like in this video. If it reaches 10,000 likes, I'll drop the current gen version, which would be slightly different, I guess. And before we hop into the builder, we got a quick word from today's sponsor. If you guys watch sports a lot and you think that you can beat the numbers, you got to get on Underdog Fantasy. There's never been a better time because the Super Bowl is this weekend, and I got a special offer for you guys. If you guys sign up and use code SOLO, your first deposit will be doubled. And if you guys sign up before the Super Bowl, depending on when you guys see this video, you guys will get this special right here. I got you guys. Jalen Hurts, half a yard, literally half a yard. It's literally free money. It's a free pick. Use the link in the description. You guys see, I also got a Patrick Mahomes booster. Underdog is always doing these specials and giving out these boosters. Just follow me on Twitter. I tweet them out all the time. You guys can see all of the players that are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. You could pick, high or lower on them. Of course, we have basketball too, so I know you guys are mainly going to be watching basketball. I'd make my basketball picks every single day on here, but you could pick higher or lower, and you can 20x your money with only 5 picks. You just need 5 correct picks for 20x. They don't only have the higher or lowers on Underdog though, they also have these drafts. So if you just want to enter a daily draft, say for basketball, which I enter all the time, $5 entry, 60K in prizes. Or if you want to enter a draft for the big game, you see here, $5 entry, $500,000 in prizes. Or maybe you want to get ready for the baseball season, which is coming up, you can enter this one or this one. They got pick'ems, they got drafts for every single sport. Here's the map of eligibility. Unfortunately, not everybody is able to play, so see if you're eligible. Again, code SOLO, link in the description. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Okay, so I'm now in the MyPlayer builder, and if you guys have rebirth builds unlocked, of course, you're going to want to make this new build a rebirth build. If you don't know how to get rebirth builds, then, you could look it up, but basically you need to have a 90 overall build, that you already had, and then you just got to do a few quests. Every single build that I've made in NBA 2K23 has been a point guard. There's absolutely no reason to make a build that's not a point guard, because as you guys can see right here, point guards can go all the way up to 6'9". They can go down to 5'7". You're probably not going to want to do that, but why would you make a power forward or anything else? Unless you're making like a 7-foot player, you could just pick point guard. It's really not that deep. My handedness is righty. I know some people think that lefties shoot better. It's completely up to you guys when it comes to the handedness. Jersey number, mine's 0, but that does not matter. Okay, so now we have the height, and I said the height earlier on in the video. Some of you guys might have remembered it. Now, the main reason that I am making this new build is because 2K in Season 4 has patched steals. So one of my first builds was a 6'9". 6'9" still dominate the game. I have a 6'9". That build goes crazy. I'll put a link in the description of that build. But then I realized steals were OP. So I made a 6'7", which allowed me to get 99 steals. And that had been the build that I was using. But when 2K patched steals, I decided to get back in the lab. Steals are not important anymore. And as you guys know, builds that are 6'5" or above have different dribble moves than builds that are shorter than 6'5". It's also easier to get a high ball handle handle if you're shorter. So I wanted to create a build that can get crazy contact dunks. It can shoot from really far, aka a really high three-pointer, and also get basically all the dribble moves in the game while at the same time still having decent defense. I wanted to make a true guard this year instead of just trying to, you know, break the game with like some sort of demigod 6'9". Now I have one of, if not the best offensive guard builds that I've ever seen. I checked through all the heights. I looked at different variations, and the height that's going to allow you to get all the contact dunks in the game, shoot from really far, and get crazy dribble moves is going to be 6'4". Now you guys can go 6'3", 6'2", or 6'1", or even, you know, shorter than that, but it's harder to get a high driving dunk unless you are taller, aka going 6'4". Now for the weight, what we're looking at is speed and excel. We want to be as quick as possible. You guys can go minimum weight if you want, which is 175, but if you notice, 179, the speed and excel is already at 95, so there's really no point in going lower than that, so we're going to keep it at 179. When it comes to the wingspan, a default wingspan for a 6'4" build is 6'9", as you guys can see. Now, like I said, I was in the builder for hours. Everything about this build matters, literally down to the exact pound of the build. Every attribute will matter. Every badge will matter if you want the best build. So looking over at the right side of the screen, when we look at the attributes, the driving dunk that I wanted was a 93. We want a 93, so we can't go lower than a 6'8" wingspan. As you guys can see, 6'7", that's going to give us a 92. That's too low for us. If we want gold posterizer, we need a 93 driving dunk. So we're looking at 6'8", 6'9". If we want gold limitless range, we need a 92 3-point shot. So if I go up, which is really good, you know, that makes your build really good defensively, but look, my 3-point shot is a 91 at 6'10". So I got to keep it down between 6'9" and 6'8". Those are my two wingspans for now. The other thing I was looking at is I want my ball handle to be at least a 92, which at 6'8" and 6'9" wingspan, it doesn't really change anything. So I decided to go with 6'9" on the wingspan because, you know, why not? It'll help you out a little bit on defense. You know, why would you go shorter when it's not really going to help us at all? Longer wingspans on builds usually work out better. For body shape, I go with compact, although it really doesn't matter. Okay, so we are now in one of the most important screens when we are making our new build, and this is going to be the potential screen, the attribute screen. Now, when I'm making builds, I first look at the most important things, which, like I said, is driving dunk, 3-point, ball handle, and to be honest, excel is also pretty important, but we're going to get to that. When you guys are making builds, you want at least an 80 driving dunk, which will allow you to get quick drops off one, which is just one of the best dunk packages in the game. But contact dunking, especially with the dunk meter, has become so overpowered recently. And now that you don't have to go crazy with steal on your build because 2K patched it, I figured I will go crazy with dunk. So if you go to 92 driving dunk, you'll get all the contact dunks in the game. But if you go up to 93, you will get gold posterizer. As you guys can see right here, gold posterizer, you need a 93 driving dunk, 99 driving dunk for Hall of Fame. That's just a little too crazy. Like, our build can't get that. And think about it, we're going to be 6'4", which is kind of small, and we're going to be able to dunk on pretty much anybody. Now, something that a lot of casuals, a lot of beginners will forget and they won't remember is vertical. Vertical matters. Although you have a crazy driving dunk, if you don't have vertical, it's not going to allow you to buy those dunk packages that you can unlock. Or I should say that you should be able to unlock, because if you don't upgrade your vertical, you're not going to be able to get them. So we're going to go all the way up to an 82 vertical, which will allow us to get all of the best dunk packages, the best contact dunks in the entire game. This is very important. Make sure your vertical is at an 82, exactly an 82. Let's address the next most important thing, which is going to be our 3-point shot. Like I said, we need a 92 3-pointer to get gold limitless range, which on my other builds, I can't get gold limitless range. So I wanted a build that could shoot like crazy, and now we have it. 24 shooting badges. Look at these badges. Pretty much everything can go on Hall of Fame. I mean, some of them can't, but gold is still crazy for every single badge. You can green with like a 50 midi, so midi doesn't really matter. If you're a beginner, you might think, oh, let me upgrade my midi because I want to make a lot of midis. Nah, trust me, you're going to be lights out cash with a 77 midi, so we're going to leave it at that. And also, guys, I calculated the badges exactly to a T, so don't worry, I did the math. We don't need any more shooting badges on this build. We will need more finishing badges, which I'll show you how to get those later, but every attribute correlates straight over to the badges, so you can't just be wasting attributes. Next up, we have our ball handle, and this one's a little bit debatable. This is one where I kind of wish I could have went higher, but we're going to go to a 92, which allows us to get a ton of different dribble moves. It allows us to get the Curry slide, which is a move that I do a lot. You guys need a dribble tutorial, I'll put that link in the description, or you can just find it on my channel. The only problem with this is that we will not be able to get gold handles for days, which you get at 94, as you guys can see in the bottom right hand corner. It's just too expensive. Trust me, I looked at this build, I tried to get it. Ball handle is an attribute that costs a lot. You know, it pushes our overall way up, it maxes out our build too fast. It's just just too expensive. 92 ball handle is good though. If you really wanted a 94 ball handle, then your defense would be absolutely cruise. So it's up to you, but I just didn't do it. Next up, let's address our acceleration. This is one of the most important things when it comes to guards this year. Speed is really for like defense and just like moving around the court. But if we're talking dribbling and we're talking moving with the ball, that is all excel. A lot of the comp guards, a lot of the stage guards, the pro guards, they get their excel as high as they can. And so when I was making this build, I tried to start off with a 94 excel, even a 93. But as I continued to mess around and try to get the perfect amount of badges, I figured out that the best excel, if we want to get everything on this build, you know, the best way we can get it is going to be 91. Yes, I wish it could be a little higher, but 91 excel is still insane. We're going to be moving so fast on the court. So go to 91 excel. Like I said, if you guys are on current gen and you want me to drop a whole nother video on current gen, because the builder is a little bit different, like it's really not, but the badges kind of, you know, they're different. You know, on next gen, we have these tiered badges where, you know, you got to get 10 badges in tier 1 and tier 2 before you could put anything in tier 3. On current gen, you could just put on tier 3 badges right away because they don't have the tier badge system. Drop a like on this video if you guys want to see the current gen build, because I will drop a video on that if I have to. But look, badges are very important, especially tier 3 badges. We got to keep in mind tier 3 badges when we're making this build. We don't need bully. That's an overrated badge. It's just too expensive. We're not going to get that. But posterizer, slithery, and limitless takeoff, we definitely need those badges. We need a total of 24 finishing badges on this build if we want to get posterizer gold, slithery gold, and limitless takeoff gold. And keep in mind, the 24 badges is including one of these cores. So let's say that we core slithery. We're going to get that badge for free. If you don't know how core badges work, then I'll talk about it a little bit more later on in the video. We're going to core slithery or any of these badges. It really doesn't matter. So we'll get that for free. Then posterizer will cost us 7. Limitless takeoff will cost us another 7. That's 14. We need 10 badges to even unlock a tier 3. So 10 plus 14 is 24 badges. We need 24 finishing badges on this build, and we're only at 14. So we got to keep that in mind. We got to get more finishing badges. And if we don't get more finishing badges, then this build is basically useless, because why am I getting all these contact dunks? Why am I getting gold posterizer and all these badges if I can't even use them? So the way to do that is we're going to put our close shot. And I know what some of you guys are thinking, is close shot really important? No, it's not that important, but you need to get the badges, and close shot is going to be able to help you get badges very easily, very fast. And also we get fearless finisher on silver when we upgrade our close shot, which is a pretty good badge. Our driving layup is actually going to stay at a 73. Trust me, I tweaked everything. I tried up in the layup, keeping the close shot down. I tried standing dunk. I tried everything. This is the best layout that I could find. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. Solo, we're only at 18 badges. You just said we need 24. Now listen, 2K gives you a lot of different ways to get new badges. Every season, usually at level 39, they give you +1 badges. And if you guys are new to 2K, make sure you do the welcome to the league quest in my career, because that gives you +4 badges. With those extra badges, you guys want to put 6 of them on finishing. That'll get you to 24. Now, I don't even have enough for that. I was only able to put 5 on this build, but it's a work in progress. If I hit level 39 this season, I'll put another one on finishing. Bang, I'll have 24. When I make builds, I use those added badges to my advantage. Using those added badges, this makes the build so overpowered. And if you guys only have the +4 from the welcome to the league quest, then don't worry, keep grinding this build out and try to hit level 39 as many times as you can for those extra badges. If you guys want the best passing styles in the game, it's gonna help you throw the fastest passes. LeBron James pass style, that's probably the best one. You need a 75 pass accuracy, so make sure you have a 75 pass accuracy. It'll also help us get us some badges. And then speed of the ball, we're gonna put this to a 76, which will give us that 21st playmaking badge. Now guys, talking about those extra badges, you're gonna want to put 1 on playmaking so we can get 22 playmaking badges. I did the math with tier 3 badges. If you only have the +4 from the welcome to the league, put 1 on playmaking and then put the rest on finishing. To be honest, I wouldn't even stress needing 6 badges on finishing. Like, that's the preferred amount, but you don't need to use slithery. Like, if you only have, 18 or only a few extra badges to put on finishing, limitless takeoff and posterizer is good as it is. But if you keep grinding this build and hit level 39 a bunch of times, you can eventually get enough badges to put them on finishing. Just keep putting them on finishing. Then you'll get slithery, posterizer, and limitless takeoff. I don't know if I'm explaining it good, but trust me, that's what I'm doing with my build. Okay, so now you guys can see we are a 97 overall on the right side of the screen. We're almost a 99. We're running out of attributes. And guys, go to stamina. Make sure that this is at a 95. Some people go to 99, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you get the gym rat badge, or if you guys do your workouts weekly in the Gatorade training facility center or whatever it's called, you get a +4 to your stamina. So there's really no reason to go to 99. Now we're a 98 overall, and we really still haven't touched defense. Now let me ask you guys a question. Which of these attributes matter the most when it comes to defense? I want you guys to answer in your head. Again, keep in mind, they completely patch steals to the point where you really can't get them. Like, I have a 99 steal build, my 6'7". I used to get steals like crazy on that build. Now it's like rare that I get it. So like, it's almost not worth it to upgrade steal at all, because steal is one of the most expensive attributes. That'll drain your build of attributes. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm not upgrading steal at all, because there's no reason to go halfway when I have a 99 steal build and I don't get steals at all. Guys, trust me, this might be the new meta eventually, making builds with no steal, because they patched it and it's just too expensive. I'm trying to put you guys on. Now, obviously, this build's not gonna have an insane perimeter defense. You know, I'm not about to upgrade this to like 90, but what we are gonna do is we're gonna go up to 60, which is still pretty decent. If you have good stick, you know what I'm saying? If you're not dumb, you could play defense with a 60 perimeter defense. And to be honest, I really haven't noticed anything crazy when you upgrade perimeter defense to like an 85 this year. Like in past 2Ks, it mattered a lot, but this year, I feel like it's more about your own stick and just how good you are at guarding people. Also, the defensive badges are kind of ass this year. There's only like 2 good ones. So you really don't need a lot of defensive badges. What else is important? Block. Block is pretty important. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna max it out, because you guys see 65, we get that 5th defensive badge. If we go up one more to 66, there's no point. We're just gonna go to 65, which gives us that defensive badge. Interior defense, also a pretty good stat. So now we have 40 interiority, 60 perimeter, and the 65 block, which is actually really good. Also, if you guys are wondering, does this build get steals? If you guys probably weren't wondering that, you probably just assume that it doesn't get steals. It actually does. Like if you reach at the perfect time, or if you know, try to get a lane steal, like my build gets a bunch of steals. So don't be fooled. You can still get steals with this build. I feel like stealing is more like skill based now. Like it's not really about the rating. Like it used to be like if you had a high ass steal, you could just tap X and get the ball. Like now it kind of seems like if you are good at like reaching and like timing it, like you actually get the ball. So I kind of like that. We have a few attributes left over. You could put it on whatever you want, but I'm gonna throw it onto free throw in case I play pro-am or something with this build. And that is gonna complete the build. Like I said before, guys, if you're new, make sure to sub up. I'm on the road to 700K. Comment the word savage if you guys are still watching, or comment something about the savage build. Comment savage build is crazy. But this is the final build that gets every single dunk in the game with a 93 drive. We dunk gold posterizer, as you guys can see, a 92 3-pointer. We get gold limitless. Look at all of these badges, 24 shooting badges, a ton of them on Hall of Fame. We also get pretty much every dribble move in the game at a 92 ball handle, 21 playmaking badges. The only thing that's not insane about this build is defense, but look at the offense, guys. Like, bro, we're gonna go crazy on offense. If you play 2s with this build, the other team's not touching the ball. If you play 3s, you're probably gonna pick up a lockdown anyways, which is gonna guard the other team's ball handler. So you're just gonna be in the corner, guarding the corner. So like, bro, I'm trying to put you guys on, bro. I'm trying to help you. This build is crazy. It's the best guard build in the game. I was in the lab for days trying to make the best build, and you know, we got it. As I said before, 2K gives us a ton of extra badges here. So what I'm doing, I only have 6 extra badges. I believe the most you can have right now is 7. I have 6 though. Put 1 on playmaking. It's very important so that you can get clamp breaker, cord, and then you get handles for days and mismatch expert on. Just trust me, it might be confusing, but we need 22 playmaking. So put 1 of the extra badges on playmaking and then put the rest on finishing. We need to try to get as close to 24 finishing badges as we can. Again, the welcome to the league quest gives you +4. If you haven't done that, then I don't know what you're waiting for. And every season that you hit level 39, you get another one. So if you play the game a lot, that's not that hard. Again, go crazy on the like button if you guys want to see my current gen version of this. But if you guys are playing current gen, I mean, this build pretty much works and goes crazy on that game as well. But I already know some people are going to complain that I did this on next gen, so maybe I'll drop a current gen video if you guys go crazy on the like button. If you guys are on current gen, you can go like sharp takeover and you can go shot creating. It really doesn't matter, but I would really recommend you go sharp primary. On next gen, we have a bunch of different options. So there's like, you know, 2 different sharps. There's 3 different shot creating takes. You know, there's options. Once you guys get all of your finishing badges and your dunk is crazy high, I could recommend you go like finishing moves, especially if you're going to dunk with the dunk meter. Slashing take is probably going to be crazy on this build, but to start out, I recommend you go limitless range to help you shoot. And then I have on pull-up precision. But to be honest, I really don't get my second takeover all that often. And now it is time to see what shades the build is going to have, and also what is the build going to be called. I mean, I know we're calling it savage, but what's 2K going to label it as? The shades of our build: Kenny Smith, Damian Lillard, Darius Garland, and it is going to say that we have built an inside out shot creator. I know a lot of people care about the shades, so I feel like this is a pretty good like shade screen, probably my best one of the year. We got Damian Lillard, one of the best guards of all time, Darius Garland, one of the best young guards. We also got Kenny the Jet Smith, and the way that I look at it, this build is basically Damian Lillard with a crazy dunk. I mean, we're gonna have all the dunks in the game. Okay, so like I said before, if you guys are on current gen, it's gonna be a lot easier to upgrade your badges, because you guys see down here we got the tier 3 badges, which these are the best badges, to be honest. list. Like, a lot of these are very important. But as you guys can see, we have that little warning: equip at least 10 points between tiers 1 and 2 before I can even put anything on in tier 3. On current gen, you don't have that. You could just upgrade them right away. Real quick, I want to tell you guys the best badges to use on this build. So we got Limitless Takeoff, very important. Posterizer is important. Slithery is important. Fearless Finisher is important. And also Giant Slayer is important. So we need to spend 10 badges in these first 2 tiers. Giant Slayer is a pretty good badge, so I'll put that on Hall of Fame. And then Fearless Finisher will also go on silver. We got to spend like 2 more, so I'll probably go Rise Up and then Masher both on bronze. Like I said, put those extra badges on finishing. Here we only have 18 to work with. Now it is allowing me to core badges, which will give me that for free. I didn't know if it would do that in the builder, but I can do it. The easiest one to core, I think there's a limitless takeoff method that you could do in my career. I don't know, you might have to look that up. So that one might be easy. Posterizer is probably kind of tough. Slithery might be an easy one to core just by taking a bunch of layups. So let's say we core Slithery, then we're gonna put on limitless, and then with those extra badges we will be able to get posterizer. Also, if you don't have a lot of finishing badges, you could put limitless takeoff on silver if you know you don't want to waste it on gold, because silver and gold is basically the same thing. Let's say you do the welcome to the league quest, it gives you +4 badges, then you could put posterizer on bronze or silver. If you have a ton of extra badges, you could even put it on gold. And again, for the new guys, if you don't know how to core a badge or what that means, you see that bar in the bottom middle down there. Basically, when you use a badge a lot, so for posterizer, you know, you're going to want to get a lot of posterizer dunks. That bar will fill over time, and once it fills completely, you could press Y to core that badge and you will get it for free. For shooting, the best badges are going to be Agent 3, Limitless Range, Green Machine, Amped, and then a badge that I also like is Volume Shooter. So first we'll start off by putting Amped on Hall of Fame, and then we'll put Green Machine on silver. That'll allow us to unlock these tier 3 badges. And if you guys aren't current, then Agent 3 and Limitless Range, like those are some of the most important badges. You could probably put them on right away, but we're gonna get Limitless on gold, which is gonna go crazy, and also Agent 3 on gold, which is another one that'll go crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and core that one. That's probably gonna be one of the easiest badges to core, so we're gonna do that. That'll give us 7 other badges to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my Green Machine to Hall of Fame. I'm gonna put my Volume Shooter to gold, and then something I like doing is put on Clutch Shooter. And if you're not the best at the game, if you find yourself losing a lot of games, you could also put on Comeback Kid. That'll help you, you know, come back in a bunch of games. Matter of fact, I'm probably just gonna go Volume Shooter on Hall of Fame with Clutch Shooter on bronze. The best playmaking badges in the game are Clam Breaker, Handles for Days, Mismatch Expert, Unpluckable, Quick First Step, and then other badges that are solid: Bailout, Ankle Breaker's not bad, and Hyperdrive's also not bad if you're playing 3. Hyperdrive might be too hard to get because there's so many badges that you need. First off, Quick First Step, Hall of Fame, that's a necessity. We're also gonna put Unpluckable on the highest level possible, which will be gold. Now we can get our tier 3 badges. Handles for Days, that's gonna go on silver. Clam Breaker is a really good badge, and we're gonna want to core that because we can get it gold. That's gonna cost us 7, but it will also free up 7 badges for us. Now with the extra badges that you add on to playmaking, I said add 1 to playmaking, you can get Mismatch Expert. Also, you can take a Pluckable down to silver with that extra badge added on, which I don't have on the screen. You can get Mismatch Expert on silver. Or if you don't want to use Mismatch Expert, you could put on Bailout, and then you could put on like Ankle Breaker. Defense really doesn't matter on this build. We only have 5 badges. I would recommend putting on Anchor, probably go with Chase Down. You could even put it on silver if you want, or if you want to keep it on bronze, you can put on Menace, which is probably what I would actually recommend. Anyways, that is how you make the best build in NBA 2K23. Let me know in the comments if you make this build and if it works out for you. I'm sure it will, because this build is just that crazy. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. I'll reply to as many comments as I can. And if this video helped you out or you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
They don't think that I meant it. They didn't know who I was. I had to make sure they know who I am. I was a youngin' to come up with a whole lot of hits before I was even a man. Always been the hardest artist in every room. They just don't know where I stand.